Hey everyone, it's Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me, and I have designed a pumpkins in a row hat. Look at these cute little clusters that look just like pumpkins when you have your little green vine, and I added a tiny little stem there, and it's just too cute. This is the newborn size, but I will be posting the pattern for sizes newborn to adult on my website, repeatcrafterme.com. So this is kind of a new take on the hat I made earlier this year. It was the hearts in a row hat. Look how cute that turned out. And of course you could add a pom-pom to the top. You could reverse the colors. So same with this. For this particular one, I am using kind of a mishmash of yarn. So just kind of go through your stash and see what worsted weight yarn you have in some pretty fall colors, and maybe the perfect pumpkin color as well. So I love this one from the Red Heart with Love line. This is called Tangerine, so that's kind of my main hat color. And then I thought that went well kind of for the background for the stripe. This is Cornmeal from Red Heart Super Saver. But then I jumped over and found my Bernat Super Value, and this color is pumpkin. So of course I had to use it because we are making pumpkins in a row. So I'm using Bernat Super Value in color Pumpkin Orange. And in addition, I love their green color, Bernat Super Value. This is Fern Green. So I use that just kind of for our little pumpkin vines. Again, I'm sure you could grab any other greens or oranges that you have. Let me just show you for the little stems at the end, which are going to be optional on this pattern. This is Cafe Latte in Red Heart Super Saver. I use this color all the time. You could even use a white color. I just love kind of this creamy off-white from Red Heart with Love. Again, grab the colors that you love and that you want to use. But I will also leave the links to these so you can purchase them on yarnspirations.com if you want to make this exact hat that I designed. All right, so we are going to start with the Red Heart with Love. I have my size H crochet hook, and gosh darn it, I have a pretty hook with I love this one, but I have one that's fall themed and I can't find it right now. And I thought it was going to be perfect for the video, but we're going to use my trusty blue and purple one that I like so much. All right, let's just get started. So to start the hat, kind of our basic hat pattern, I'm going to start with a magic ring. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to make 11 double crochets in the ring. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to pull tight. We're going to join to our first double crochet, chain 2. Round 2, we're going to make 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Now I am working on the newborn size, as I mentioned. I will have the pattern for the other sizes on repeatcrafterme.com. So if you want to make this larger, then just go ahead and follow that pattern. But this is going to show you basically how to do it. You're just going to have a larger stitch count. You're just going to be making it wider and longer. Okay, so 2 double crochets in each stitch around for round 2. Okay, now let's join to the first double crochet, not the chain. Chain 2. And now for the round 3, we are going to make 2 double crochets in the first stitch and 1 double crochet in the next. And we're just going to repeat that all around. So 1, 2, all in one stitch, and then 1. 2, 1. Oop. 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2. We're getting to the end here of round 3. So you should have 33 double crochets now. So it started out with 11 double crochets and 22, 33. Now we're going to make it 44 stitches around after round 4. Okay, let's join to that first double crochet, chain 2, round 4, 2 double crochets in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 2. Yeah. So 2 double crochets all in 1 stitch, 1 double crochet in those next 2. And just repeat that around. So far, pattern is pretty easy. Just our basic hat pattern to start with. And again, you can interchange these colors too. You don't have to start with this tangerine color, but maybe you want to. I think it's a really pretty fall color. All right, I'm talking and losing count. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. All right, so that was the end of round 4. You should have 44 double crochets. Now I'm going to be joining in our pumpkin orange color. And we are going to be making 1 single crochet in each stitch around to make the start of our stripe there. So very simple. You can actually fasten off. Where's my scissors? Go ahead and fasten off this color. We'll use it again later, but let's just make it easy and not have that attached right now. It also might help to weave in your ends as you go, because we are switching colors several times, so you will have some, unfortunately, you will have some loose ends right in the middle of the hat. All right, so round 5 here, I am just single crocheting in each stitch around. You should have 44 single crochets. When you're done, I'm going to join, but at this point I'm going to add in our cornmeal yellow, and still pretty easy here with this pattern. I'm actually going to leave the pumpkin attached because we're going to use it pretty soon to make our little pumpkin clusters. So let's just hold on to that strand, see if we can just save ourselves one end to weave in and carry that over in a minute. All right, so I've joined in for round 6, And we are going to chain 2, and we're going to make a double crochet in each stitch around. Again, I'm just double crocheting in each stitch around. Up there. Okay. Now before I join, let's just pause. I just want to show you what the little hat looks like so far. Okay, that's what yours should look like as well. Now we're going to make, before we do our pumpkins, we're going to make our little vines. So I am going to join in the green yarn. Oh, where's my end? Okay, let's find the end of our green yarn. Here it is. Okay. So now for round 7, chain 1. I'm going to make a single crochet in the first stitch. These are going to be our little vines. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and I'm going to single crochet in the next. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next. Okay, all the way around. Try and keep your tension pretty loose. If you feel like you crochet tightly, you could even do 3 chains in between. I'm going to do 2, but these chains are just going to be kind of your vines, and they're going to sit over the top of the hat. Okay. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet. Single crochet. Okay. Skip 2, single crochet. Now I'm just going to chain 2. I have that little chain stitch, and I have 1 double crochet left. That's okay. You're just going to reach over. You're going to join. We have to join in a new color though. We're going to join to that first single crochet. I'm going to pull up this pumpkin color, and you can actually fasten off the green. Get that pumpkin color. It's already attached. Just make sure, kind of untangle some of those. Again, you could weave in your ends as you go there. All right, so I am joining in the pumpkin color. And now here's what it should look like. Here is where we're going to start on these clusters, and we're going to make them look like pumpkins. So I'm going to start, you can can chain 1 or chain 2 to start out, whichever you prefer. I'm chaining 1, and I'm going to yarn over like I'm making a double crochet, and I'm going to pull through 2, but I'm not going to finish the double crochet. I'm going to yarn over again, pull up through that same stitch, and pull through 2. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over again, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. 4 loops on my hook. Now let's do this one more time. Yarn over, I'm into that same stitch, pull through those first 2. And now I have 5 loops on my hook, so it's time to finish our cluster by yarn over, pulling through all of them, and then I'm going to chain 2. And we're going to move on to that next spot where our next single crochet is, and we're going to make our next little pumpkin cluster. So I'm going to yarn over like I'm making a double crochet into here, pull through 2, do not finish your double crochet, yarn over again, pull up the yarn, yarn over, pull through those first 2. Okay, 3 loops on my hook. Let's yarn over again, pull through the first 2. 4 loops on my hook, so I know I have 1 more to go. Yarn over, pull through those first 2. 5 loops on my hook, so let's finish that cluster by yarn over, pull through all those loops, chain 2. Okay, there's 2 pumpkin clusters. All right, so keep going into that next. So we're making another chain 2, and we're skipping the chain 2. All right, so yarn over into that next single crochet stitch, like I'm making a double crochet, but I'm stopping before I finish it. Once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty fast. Make sure to chain 2 into our next one. Oop. Okay. And you can see when you end, there's those 4 double crochets there that make that little pumpkin. Working our way around the hat. Go a little faster now. You don't even really have to count. You just got to make sure once you see those 5 loops on your hook, time to finish that cluster. Okay, one last little pumpkin. Chain 2. I'm going to join right to the bottom here of that first pumpkin, and I'm actually going to join back in. Did I leave it attached? Yes, I did. I'm going to join back in my yellow color, cornmeal yellow. So you can actually just pop over here to that next spot. So really, let me take my, so we're going to be working into this bottom stitch in your pumpkin as we go. You can kind of see it. It's kind of like the corner of your cluster. That one. All right. So I joined. You can actually just, I'm gonna just go right over to that one, join this in, chain 2, make a double crochet in that bottom corner, double crochet over that chain 2. Now here's just a little bit of a tricky part. I'm going to yarn over. We're making a double crochet. I'm working over that, but under, I'm reaching under the vine, and I'm catching that double crochet right in the middle there. And we're going to make an elongated, so just pull up to start your double crochet because you want it to be the height of your other stitches. So an elongated double crochet, I just pulled the yarn so it's a little longer than my other double crochets. Now yarn over again to finish that double crochet. Now I'm going to reach over, double crochet in the bottom of our pumpkin, double crochet over that chain 2, and now to make an elongated double crochet, remember you want to go under your vine and then catch that stitch from round 6, that yellow, pull the yarn up and finish your double crochet. Okay, so it looks like this. So you have your vines and your little pumpkins start to pop out there. So I'm just reaching my hook over, going into the bottom, kind of that bottom corner there of my cluster, double crochet over that chain, and then under that vine to make that elongated double crochet. And let's keep going. So we have our double crochets. Let's turn it this way just so you can see. Look how cute. All right, I'm sorry. I just paused. So let's do that elongated double crochet. Trying to, again, focus on kind of keeping your stitches maybe a little looser than you normally would, because we're working in between chains and stitches, and it's gonna be a little harder if it's too tight. Working all the way around. Okay. I haven't really been counting my stitches. We should be maintaining at this point as we finish the 44 stitches around. If you happen to have an extra stitch or you're missing a stitch, it's going to be okay. I would just finish the hat. It doesn't really matter the exact stitch count, just as long as you have your pumpkins in a row I'll count that when I'm done just to make sure. I've been so busy talking about the pattern. Okay, we're getting there, I think. Yeah, we're at the end. So I believe, I think I might have 45 stitches. That's okay. Because I made those last 3, I think I have 45. Let's see. Let's just count them together. Because if you want to maintain the 44 stitch count, just do 1 less double crochet here. I would keep that elongated one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Yep, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to skip one at the back end of it. I'm just going to make that one elongated crochet. Again, you can, we want to join in our pumpkin yarn again because we're back to that little stripe. So if you want to keep it 44, that's how I'm having the written pattern read. You just make 1 less double crochet here. Again, if you want to add that one in to keep it consistent, you can do that. Again, this is the newborn size too, so do what feels right for the bigger sizes as well. All right. The main point of this is to get those pumpkins and those vines in. If you guys can see this, I feel like there's like a shadow right now in my in my office where I'm videoing. All right, let's get back to it. We are going to be making single crochets all the way around in our pumpkin color here. Just to match that top one. I also thought it would be pretty if we made the single crochets in the brown, the cafe latte, which we're gonna do for the stems at the very end. Okay. So single crochet all the way around. And we're going to be able to fasten off this color. Actually, I can fasten off the yellow as well. Again, at some point you are going to want to weave in these ends. I'm just going to fasten both of these off at the same time. And we are going to have to join back in that main tangerine color. We have a row here for this particular size, chain 2, and we are going to be making just those double crochet stitches around. I'm actually going to pause after this because I want to show you how adorable this is looking. Again, stitch count, I have a 44, but if yours is 45, it's fine. Okay. Let's just take a look at this. I just love these. Look how cute that row of pumpkins and that stripe is. I love how there's a lot of dimension to it. We are going to be adding in a little stem, but you don't have to. I think they look cute just like this. And I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but it's a little tedious. I'm going to be doing a slip stitch kind of technique to put the stem in. I'm sure you could find other ways to embroider one on if you wanted to, maybe with your tapestry needle, but it was a little tedious. So if you plan on making a bunch of these, I don't know, maybe skip the stem. I feel like these still look like pumpkins on a vine, and the hat is absolutely adorable. All right, let's just finish off this round of double crochets. I'm trying to go pretty quick now. I'm not going to go through, I'm going to go through a little bit of doing the brim here. But I'm not going to do the whole thing because I want to show you how to do the stems. Okay, so for the brim, all right, let's join after our round of double crochets here. Join. Now for the brim, this is a technique I learned from my friend Tiffany over at Daisy Farm Crafts. This is a single crochet in the back loop border. I think that's what she calls it. I will absolutely be linking to her tutorial on this, and I encourage you to go watch her video on it. She uses it for a blanket, but it's worked really well for me for hats. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 8, but you can make this as long as you want or as short as you want by chaining more or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This actually might be a little bit long for a newborn. I probably should have made it a little shorter. So I'm going to single crochet in the second chain from hook and the rest of the way down the chain. So you should have 7 single crochets, and I'm going to join back to the edge but with a slip stitch, and then slip stitch in the next one as well. Turn, and we're going to single crochet in the back loop. And now just remember, we have a stitch count of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. I already messed that up. Not doing well here. All right, 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is going on here? I feel like I think I just single crocheted in that slip stitch. All right, let's try this again. This is why you gotta watch Tiffany do it, because apparently I'm struggling. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm just going to chain 1 and turn. Single crochet in the back loops all the way down. And when you get to the brim of the hat, oh, I should have counted to make sure I have 7, 6, 7. Yes, here we go. Okay, I've already slip stitched in that one, so I'm gonna slip stitch twice, turn, and now back all the way back up. Okay, and you're just gonna repeat that all the way around. Turn, slip stitch back down. I'm gonna pause there. I'm not gonna do the whole brim. We have other jobs at hand here, but as you can see, it's starting to take shape there. It's actually nice and stretchy, but it kind of bounces back into shape. I love it. And again, if I hadn't chained 8 at the beginning, I could have chained 5 and only had a brim of 4 stitches, or you can make it longer for the bigger ones. I just love it, and I'm going to leave the link to Tiffany's because she does a full tutorial and it looks amazing on her blankets and things. All right. So we have our adorable pumpkins in a row on a vine, and I just love the idea of adding in a little stem, you know, just to finish it off. So let me grab my, oh, it fell down, I think. Where is my brown yarn? Here it is. I love this cafe latte color. So great for fall as well. And I have a lot of ends to weave in right now, so I am going to kind of just start this tutorial in a different spot. So what I'm doing is the stem is worked. You can really insert your hook in anywhere, kind of, but I know I want it to attach here, and the idea is to loop the yarn over these stitches to make a stem. So I'm just starting at this pumpkin cluster, kind of random. You can start at the join, but there's going to be a lot of, if you haven't woven in your ends, there's going to be a lot to do there. All right. So I'm making like a surface slip stitch. So I'm pulling that yarn up from behind. Okay. Kind of loose. Leave a big loop. Okay. I have to let that go. I'm inserting my hook in the top of the next pumpkin. You'll be able to easily see where that top of the pumpkin is. Okay, and I'm popping my hook back to the top of that one, and I'm catching, pulling it from behind and up, down over the top. So your strand is, oh, my strand is connected to the top of the skein. That was not happy. That was not smart. That was not a good move. All right. So then you're going to pull it up like a surface slip stitch. Okay. I'm just leaving it loose, coming over to the next. So I've inserted my hook down the top of that, up through that pumpkin I already just made. Remember, you have a loose loop there because it has to fit behind. Pull up there. And then I'm just going down through the top. I mean, you could go down through the middle of that stitch or wherever, but this just felt a little easier. And then pull, let's get a little tighter. Then pull your yarn through. Again, leave a loose loop. Down through the next. Catch that loop. See how it's a little tedious? It doesn't feel natural, but I love my little kind of loop-de-loo, and I made them pretty loose this time, but you can make these a little tighter if you're crocheting them. I just love my little stems. Okay. My yarn's still attached. I'm just hooking it, pulling that through. I really should have made that a little tighter as I was going, but that's okay. We'll make it tighter on this one. So you can see. So I'm catching the yarn. I know, feels unnatural. That's why I'm saying maybe you just want to embroider it. Okay, I'm gonna make that loop a little tighter. Coming back down. Finding that loop through the next. I don't know, guys, maybe there's an easier way. Maybe one of you will come up with something. But I didn't leave this very tight, very loose. There we go. I just felt like this kind of did the trick. So you just keep going until you're finished. Get a nice loop going there. Where's my tapestry needle? If you need to at the end, you can kind of loosen some of these, come from the back, tighten that a little bit. I mean, honestly, it's the perfect little stem. It really is so cute. Look at that. I don't know, that's how I'm doing it. Again, you could just take a strand, maybe with your tapestry needle, and loop them around a couple times, tie a knot in the back, whatever you'd like to do. So it does kind of look like this on the inside of the hat. I can live with that. I just love how all these pumpkins just really pop out. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to head to repeatcrafterme.com for the written pattern. I will have that in the description. And let me know if you make one of these. Tag me on social media at repeatcrafterme. Happy fall!